All right, let's see if anyone shows up to my live. Might just be me in here. I don't know. We'll give ourselves 5 minutes. And if no one shows up, then no one shows up. Hello to two people. Hello, everyone. Da 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 da. We're going to chat all things Bridgerton today. I'm so excited. All things Bridgerton, all things life. Just trying to see if I can see. No. Hmm, guess not. Hello. Say hello. I don't know who's in here. Say hello. Say hello. Hi, Nadine. Hello. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining. Hi. Oh, we're here. Sorry I'm late, guys. I was supposed to start actually originally originally I had this planned for like a really earlier time, but then yeah, no, life happened. So, yeah. But we're here now and that's the most important thing. I'm really, really excited to just chat with you today. Today is just for me to get to know more of my community. Hello from Patty. I have been to Paris, France, by the way. I've been um, Patty's France. My really good cousin is actually going to Paris in a couple of weeks. I was there about 3 days. I went to Disneyland Paris. It was a super good time, um, except for the fact that they stole my phone by the Eiffel Tower. That that I will never forget. But the Disneyland Paris and everything else about Paris was super wonderful. But for some odd reason, I'll never forget the fact that I was sitting at a bench and I don't know how, but someone stole my phone and it had a Minnie Mouse case on it. I was distraught when I found out. Distraught, like real distraught. But, you know. But yeah, so today, aside from that little thing, today I just wanted to kind of like get to know you guys and talk more about Bridgerton and just about anything really about life, about what we're watching now, what we're excited to watch in the next coming months this summer because there's so much good stuff that's going to be coming out and I'm really, really excited to like watch it and talk about it on my channel. So yeah, pretty much. I'm just gonna wait a couple more minutes to see if more people show up before I go like deep, deep into it. But you know, here we are. Did you, for my lovely three people that are in here right now, have you all watched Queen Charlotte, a Bridgerton story? If you have, raise your hand. Let me know. Say yes, Mel. I have, or I have not. Um, so I make sure not to talk about something that I shouldn't talk about just in case, but this is going to be like talking about everything. Yes. Yes. And I loved it. Yeah. Oh my God. I mean, if, I'm assuming you've seen my reactions. As you can tell, I have loved it myself. Like, absolutely loved it. Hi, Rachel. Yes, yep. So Rachel, you're saying you haven't seen it. Is that what you're raising your hand for? Are you saying you haven't seen it, or you're saying you have seen it? Oh, hi, Rodney. Welcome to my live. Ah, yeah, you have seen it. Okay, great, 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 great. You have seen it. Okay, all right. That's what I thought. I was like, Rachel, I'm pretty sure you have seen it. I'm pretty sure you've seen it. Um, but yeah, I'm super duper so happy with that season, guys. So so happy with that season of TV. It was absolutely like pretty nuts, I have to say. Like I wasn't expecting. It was a show that really really surprised me. I thought it was just going to be very like, yeah, it was cool. I liked it, but they surprised me. They really 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 did. Really 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 did. 18. So it's 2:18. We're just gonna give a couple more minutes, and then yeah. But what have you guys been up to on your Sunday? I pretty much have just been coming up with ideas on what I want to do for the rest of the channel for the next month. I've also wanted to do what is that, a super chat? Did I get a super chat? Ron, did you give me a super chat? That's pretty exciting. Thank you. What? That's so cool. Ah, thanks, Ron. That's so sweet. I love you. Thank you. Um, yeah, what was I saying? I got so distracted. This season really, really surprised me. I was really, really like shook if I didn't think it was going to be that good. But today, thank you, Randy, for reminding me what I was talking about. Yeah, I pretty much just kind of worked on what I wanted to do for the channel, and then did I went out to brunch at this place. By the way, for those of you who don't know, I live in Vancouver, BC. I live in Canada, originally from the States, but I live in Canada now, with my boyfriend in Vancouver. So we went out to brunch. Then we did some little bit of some errands. I'm putting up some curtains in my house. So we had to buy some things at basically the equivalent of, I guess, like a Home Depot. Well, we have Home Depot here, but it's called Canadian Tire. It's like kind of similar kind of vibe. But yeah. Um, and yeah, that's pretty much all I've done. What have you guys done? Let me know. Tell me about your day. Type away. I want to know. I want to know everything. Tell me. Ooh, oh, there you go. Okay. Ooh, you guys are there, right? Sorry, guys. I'm just having a little bit of. Oh, here we are. There we go. Oh, you saw the Little Mermaid? Oh my God. I haven't seen it yet. My um a lot of people have been saying that it's like really really good, surprisingly, for the live action, because we could talk about the live actions. That could be a fun chat today. But the Little Mermaid, yeah, I heard that's really good. That is on my list. I have to watch it. So really really looking forward to seeing that. I'll see Rodney's giving thumbs up on the Little Mermaid. Um, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I definitely, that is on my list to see as well. I actually just recently saw Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Is that what it's called? I think it's Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. I just saw it for the first time like a month ago. So I'm riding the train. I'm riding the train right now. So I definitely have heard really, really great things about that. And oh, Rachel, Sunday is a self care day. Yes, yes, indeed. I wish I had more self care days. I'm not gonna lie. I really do. I was really good at it for like a good amount of time. And then I kind of just, boop, like I just kind of died with the self care. I gotta get back into it. Ooh, The Flash. Yes. Thank you, Randy, for bringing that up. The Flash. Yes. Oh, You want to watch that too? Oh, The Flash, that's on my list. Yeah, we're gonna be watching The Flash. I'm gonna be doing a review for that on the channel, so watch out for that. I'm watching the movie. I think it comes out in 2 weeks from. I think it comes out on the 16th. I'm watching it um before, and then I think I'm watching it on the Thursday instead of Friday, and then I'm gonna have a review of that weekend. So if you're interested in that, please check out the channel for that review coming up. I saw early screening of The Flash. Yes, Rodney. Yes. Hello, Alfie. Hello from the Bronx. Yes, the Bronx. I'm originally from New York City. FYI, everyone who doesn't know, I'm originally from New York, but I'm from Queens, so born and raised. But like I said, I live in Canada now after I've been here now 4 years, which is absolutely crazy, 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 crazy. So, I was gonna say, Alfie, what did you think of Queen Charlotte, a Bridgerton story? Was it, did it make you cry? Guys, let me know. Let me know if you let me know. What are you thinking? Did you watch Bridgerton? Did it make you cry? How hard did you cry? Mackenzie says hello. Hi, Mackenzie. Hi. I love doing these lives, even though I feel like I can't really like no one's like it's like I'm talking to myself. It's like I'm doing a FaceTime about myself, basically. Hello, everyone. Hi. You feel like you could just like we're just having a good old chat, right? Good old day. Hi, Yanisa. Nice to see you. It's been forever, but hello. Hi. So got all my friends and family in this chat. It's hilarious. Thanks for coming by and joining my It's All About Bridgerton. Rodney, did you even watch a little bit of Queen Charlotte? Like, please let me know. I don't think I know Alfie did. Yeah, Nisa, did you watch Queen Charlotte, a Bridgerton story? Because we're gonna be chatting about that today. So you have to have watched it in order to have a chat about it. Have you? Have you been watching? Oh, you did. You did, Rod. You watched it. Oh, yeah, Nisa, you have a lot to say about the show. Okay, come on, pass it through. I want to know. I want to know what you. Okay, to everyone in the chat right now, let me know what has been your favorite piece of Bridgerton. Bridgerton season one, season two, or Queen Charlotte of Bridgerton story. It's very weird because you can't say this is like a season three. Oh, you didn't watch it. Oh, Rod, never mind then. But everybody else, you have to let me know. Uh, she watched but can't remember her What? Yes, she watched but can't remember her password. What do you mean she can't remember her password? Am I missing something? Am I missing something? That's hard, but I have to go with Queen Charlotte. Ah, Queen Charlotte. We got the Queen Charlotte stan. Everyone. Queen Charlotte. Queen Charlotte. I love Queen Charlotte. Yeah, like there's just something about the show, and I talked about it in my review season one and the Queen Charlotte show. Why is everyone hating on Bridgerton season two? Oh my god. Queen Charlotte. Oh, she can't log on to YouTube. Okay, okay. I see what you're saying. That's okay. Fine. Queen Charlotte. I find it so funny that everyone has like either didn't like season two or like has forgotten about it. But yeah, season two was like one of the highest watched shows on Netflix like wasn't it last year? Yeah, last year. So the fact that people have just been like, you know, I love. Okay, all right, we love season two. I get what we're saying. Okay, so you love season two, but Queen Charlotte's just still your favorite. I I talked about it in my review. The chemistry got old for season two. Man, people just can't do the enemies to lovers. Like it just takes too long. Not for me. For me, it could have just. Mm. I mean, I would have liked to see them more happy, but at the end of the day, like it is what it is. But back to Queen Charlotte, I do think I go back and forth between Queen Charlotte and Bridgerton season two being my favorites because I just really liked the characters the most from those seasons and I really loved the love story. But it is so like the story for this one and the pacing and all the characters even surrounding the main two were really really interesting. What I don't like about not that what I don't like, but my least favorite thing about when you watch Bridgerton is that sometimes you have all these other kind of storylines going about that I don't really care about. Like season two for me really struggled with the Featheringtons thing. Like I was so happy we didn't have any of that crap in this season. I was so happy it was just like no, none of that. It was just Lady Danbury's story, um, King George, Queen Charlotte, Brimsley, and Reynolds. Like those were like the three key love stories, and every single story I was really, really invested in. Hot take. I didn't buy Anthony and Kate's love, especially because of how similar Anthony was with Sierra in season one. Oh, that is a hot take. That is a hot take. Hold on. The first season, the chemistry felt so organic and natural. Really? See, I gotta rewatch season one. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Season one to me is like subpar. Like I'm just, and I think it's because don't hate, but I wasn't a like Duke of Hastings gal. Like I was not on that train. I don't hate, don't kill the messenger, don't kill me. But it was for me. I just wasn't. I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't convinced about him. I don't know. I don't know. But Anthony Bridgerton has my heart. But hold on, let me go back to that comment. So Rosa Star says, hot take, I didn't buy Anthony and Kate's love, especially because how similar Anthony was with Sierra in season one. I guess see I guess I don't but maybe that's what it is. I have to watch season one because I hate to me, he felt like a completely different person, Anthony did, because hate I hated Anthony with a passion. Season one, I hated him. I remember when the season ended and they were like, "Oh, season two is gonna be his love story." I was like, "Oh, why? I hate him. He's such an asshole. Like, I hate this guy. Like, why do we have to hear his love story?" Complete, complete change of thought in season two. Like, I don't know if it's because they cut up the mutton chops and all of a sudden he became more attractive. I don't know what it was, but for me, changed it. I don't know. He felt like a different person from season one because I hated him so much. Yeah, they definitely did some character development. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Thank you. Like Anthony was my favorite character of season one. It's like literally the complete opposite of me. Hated him. Couldn't stand him. Anytime he was on screen, I was just like, okay, like, dude, like, just, are you gonna love this girl or you're not? Like, she just clearly just wants you to put her first, and you're just like putting your duty first. And like, I okay, I'll take it back. I hated him for like the whole season, and then like towards the end, when I think he started realizing that maybe he should be with Sierra and like give this a chance, then I started real. Then like I kind of saw that he had potential, and that I could see that he actually was really in love with this woman. He was just kind of like scared to really like go there, especially because she was like not the typical lady of the ton and all that stuff. Um, so like I get it. And then I was a little bit sad when he kind of got his heart broken at the end, but at the same time, like he waited too long. So, and in the end, he really was going to be with Kate anyway, because he needed someone like Kate to like wake his ass up. But okay, um, they definitely, but like I was saying, they definitely did do a lot of character development. I agree because it was like you understood exactly why he was the way he was. It made me like feel bad because I hated him so much once I watched his story in season two. In my opinion, like I was like really, really like, oh, oh my god. It's because of this reason. Oh my god, his dad died. Oh my god, his dad got stung by a bee. It was just like it was a lot, and I was glad I got to see that. I loved the fight between Simon and Anthony's at White's. That was actually pretty funny. That was a fun scene. That was really funny. And going back to season one, which I thought was funny. You know when they had the duel, the fight where they're gonna like that they meet at whatever, and then they each bring a doctor, and then they have their moment and they're going to do the duel. The only thing I could think about was Hamilton. If we have any Hamilton fans in the chat, please raise your hand. Let me know if you love Hamilton because I'm a Hamilton stan. The only thing I could think about um was the yes. What is it called? The song. These are the commandments. 10. It's not 10. What is it? The commandments. Oh, I forgot how it goes. So I could forget. 10. It is 10. I was right. Okay, it's 10, the commandments. By the way, yeah, Rodney, look to the side. Look to the side. At Rodney, Alfie, all of y'all in there who have not seen freaking Hamilton. It is on Disney Plus. You have no excuse to not have been watching Hamilton at this point. You have no excuse. It's been on there for years. You can get tickets. If you have not seen Hamilton at this point in your life, I highly recommend you go do it. I love Hamilton so much. Yeah, cover your eyes in shame. Shame. And if you're not going to watch it on Broadway, at least just watch it on Disney Plus. Just watch it on Disney Plus, please, for the love of God. Just please. Okay, Rose is like, bring it back, bring it back. After rewatching season one, seeing Sierra and Anthony's relationship was more eye-opening, knowing about him and Kate. It would have been interesting to see Sierra and the Bridgerton once again. Oh, that's true. It would have been really interesting. That's true. Like, I wonder if that would have changed things. Like, how would he have noticed things? Like, the only kind of nod they had was the part with when they show him reading the pamphlet and it says Sierra at the opera or something like that. I think that's the only time they actually like flashed back to her. Oh my god, I've seen it live in New York and in DC at the Kennedy Center. Yes, yes. I saw it live in New York as well this past summer. I went and I went to go visit my family in New York, and I got some ticket and I saw a ticket and I got to see it live. I was next time if I go watch it again, which granted I would pay for it to watch it again, I would rather get a better seat because I kind of got like a cheaper seat, so it got like a side. It was kind of like an obstructed view, so anything that happened on stage left, looking stage right, but on stage left, I couldn't see. Like it was like pretty much obstructed. So what saved me was the fact that I had seen Hamilton like a million times. So like at the end of it, like I kind of already like it didn't matter because I already had seen it, so I know exactly what's going on in the whole show. But I definitely would want to see it like front and center and just see the whole thing. Um, but Rodney, Alfie, and Yanisa, if you haven't watched it, y'all better get on it. Get on it. It is so freaking good. It is such. See, everyone in the chat is saying how good it is, and I know you guys know, and you're just avoiding it, but don't avoid it. Go watch it now. But anyway, back to Queen Charlotte. Uh, we're so bad. With Queen Charlotte, did did you guys think that they were really going to show um oh wait, I will always be team Simon and Daphne as well as George. Never got the feels for Anthony. Really? You didn't get the feels, girl? Girl. Oh my god. I got the I could watch season 2 any day of the week. Like if I get really tired or bored or whatever, I'm like, you know what? I really feel like putting on Bridgerton. Boom, put Bridgerton season 2, and I'll watch like the first 4 episodes, and I'm happy. I think I really loved in season 2. I loved the dances, and that is to me. Well, I guess they had the one dance at the end of in Queen Charlotte, the big one when it was very reminiscent to Anthony and Kate. Um, dancing in front of everybody, and one of them being a little bit hesitant, and then the other one kind of just providing reassurance that they're there for each other. That scene in Queen Charlotte really mirrored season two, in my opinion, and I talked about it in my review. But I think that was the only thing that, not the only thing, but something like to me, yes, yes, Bridgerton season two is the true supreme. That's right. Uh, for me, I feel like Queen Charlotte, I really, really would have liked if I saw more of more dances that was like much more like that kind of the lingering of the fingers, the like looking in the eyes. Like it was there, but it wasn't at like for me, even with Daphne and Simon or with Anthony and Kate, that was a really prominent moment whenever they danced together. When King Charlotte, when Charlotte and George danced together for the first time, like I didn't feel that like very little bit. There was a part where he kind of like the way they looked at each other a little bit, but so, I don't know. Something was missing to me. To me, I could be completely wrong, but I did feel very like that something was kind of missing. I don't know if it was just like a passion part. I don't know if it was that, but that to me was something I noticed that I was like, oh man, I really wish like in the dancing I really felt something because I remember in season two those both of the dance scenes with Kate and Anthony were really, really, really like they were like dancing on my own, wrecking ball. Like, those numbers were fantastic and beautiful to see. And I really knew, like, I was like, oh, these people love each other, kind of thing. Uh, wow. She couldn't get through season two. It's okay. It's not for everyone. What happened to Reynolds? My I said it in my review, one of my number one gripes. What the hell happened to Reynolds? I cannot stand that I do not know. It actually is my biggest peeve about the season is that it was like everyone everyone found their love, everyone did this, everyone did that. But with Reynolds, it's like, okay, did Reynolds die? Do they not see each other? Did he move? Like what like where is he? And like that like people in the comments and people were saying like, oh well, supposedly like they did film something, but they deleted it where Brimsley runs into an older Reynolds and it's just very like cordial, but there's nothing there, like they fell out of love, or that they just couldn't be together because of the king and queen being separated, all of that stuff. Did you know that the last ball that was hosted by Charlotte was actually themed galaxy and astronomy to make oh to make George comfortable? Charlotte was wearing a galaxy like gown with stars on them. What? No. I did not know that. I have to go back and watch that. Wow. I am the one who told you. Maybe in a moment madness, King George is because he's close to him. Oh, was it you who told you maybe in a moment? Oh, I'm the one who told you maybe in a moment of madness, King George did something to him. Could, I mean, could be. Oh, I did not know that. I cannot wait to go back because I did not know that. I did not know that at all. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Rolls of stars. Thank you for some new information. When I go back and watch it, I'm going to notice this now because I didn't, obviously that something went over my head, but yeah, I mean, it could be like, I don't know because it doesn't seem like the way that they were, obviously, they don't want to probably go that deep into like his mental illness that George had. But like in that time period, well, yes, obviously we know homosexuality was illegal. Like, I mean, it was illegal in America for a very long time, so it was definitely illegal then. But I mean, obviously that was a big thing. But I still would have liked to know, like, what happened to them. Like, were they? Because I mean, like, there's a lot of gay people, and everybody kept that stuff secret for a very, very long time. And obviously, that's what they did in the show. So I don't know, like, was it that? I don't know. I just would have liked to have some sort of like a scene or something showing like them deciding in the future, hey, we can't do this anymore, or like this is illegal, or we can't do this, the king and the queen, or something. But it's the fact that they didn't acknowledge it. They just kind of showed the they had that beautiful moment that literally brought me to tears where they're dancing together and then it fades into Brimsley just dancing by himself. That all happened. And then you had who else? Then you had then when Charlotte asks Brimsley, like, did you ever marry? And he's just like, how could I do that? Like, I serve you. I'm always with you. How could I do that? And I thought that was actually really funny because I was like, Charlotte, I'm like, when when would he have time to go get married to someone? Like, he's been with you his like pretty much his whole life. Like, what do you mean? Even though I don't know how Brimsley is or how old he was with Charlotte, like, is he like 5 or 10 years older than them? Like, I have no idea. But that was a funny question that Charlotte asked him. I was like, well, obviously not, like obviously. Um, mm, but yeah, I don't know. I just felt like that was my number one gripe, and I talked about it in my review. My number one gripe was that I don't know what happened to Reynolds. I really, really would have liked to have seen that, to be honest. What else? Do you guys have any questions for me? I was like, you never asked the man. You never cared. Valid. You never asked the man. Did you not care about his life? Like, hello. Valid question. Valid. But anyway, do you have any questions for me? Anything you want to know about me and my thoughts about the show? Um, Let me know. Comment here and let me know if there's any questions you want me to answer or any opinions that I might have, any strong opinions. I'm all ears. Um, yeah, yeah, poor Brimsley. Broke my heart. Really, really broke my heart. And this season made me really intrigued, actually, to now go back to season one specifically and really the see how he really shaped like was in her life. Because honestly, before like, I was just, like Brimsley was always like kind of like there, like, kind of like her little like, yeah, go do this for me. But I never really like looked at him that way. But now that I know his like backstory and how he was like there with Charlotte from the beginning, like now I want to go back to season one and like rewatch the whole thing. And like every time he's on screen, I'm gonna be like, is Brimsley around? Brimsley? Is that Reynolds? Is that Reynolds? Is that Reynolds? Like literally, I'm gonna be like looking for Reynolds like an idiot. Where's Reynolds? Could that be Reynolds? He's with the king. The king's by himself. Where's Reynolds? Like it's gonna be me. Oh my god. Also, I did want to say, I and it's something I've also mentioned a lot in my videos and I've talked to people about, but I just want to tip my hat off to the actor who played George, Corey Milcrease, I believe is his name, English guy. First role, first role. It shocks me that this is his first like TV actual like job, like proper job, as they say. Oh, and it was also the actor who plays Reynolds as well, also his first job. I'm like, what the hell? What? Are you excited for the new season? I'm a bit worried because that brother is a bit. Yeah, I'm worried. I'm very worried about season three. Not gonna lie, really, really worried for season three. I have no idea. Number one, I'm ready for them to announce that like it's coming out this year or someone please tell me something. Number one, because usually Bridgerton comes out in the spring, so this is weird. Um, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Colin. I like Penelope, but I am not a huge fan of Colin. So I don't know how season three is gonna go for me personally. Like if I'm really how how I'm gonna feel about it. I'm a little bit worried, just a wee bit. For first jobs, they hit the jackpot. Yes, they sure did hit the jackpot. It's actually pretty amazing because there are people, excuse me, there are actors out there who are literally just doing this for years and years, and do not get a break for I don't know how long. I mean, honestly, a great example, and we're going to talk about him, Mr. Pedro Pascal, who I'm in love with this man, and so is the whole world right now. But Pedro Pascal is a perfect example of somebody who was consistently working and doing small jobs and doing small little things, small parts, doing jobs here, blah, blah, blah. And it wasn't until like his what? How old is Pedro Pascal? Is he like in his early 50s, maybe something like that? Um, it wasn't really until Game of Thrones that people might have really noticed him, and then he gets the Mandalorian. Poof! Now he is really, really well known. So, yeah. Wait a minute. I have some people saying some stuff here. Sorry, my hand. He was also injured for most of the scenes. India was around the age of 1920 during filming. Amazing. Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Amazing. During the love confession, he was also notably injured and limping during the love confession scene. He was injured. In what way? I did not know this. I think the season three will be more ensemble based, and we will see romance for Violet. Oh, that'll be interesting. Ensemble based, and we'll see romance for Violet. I do hope Violet gets another man. She needs another man in her life. Pedro, Colin doesn't seem like he sees Penelope. Colin is so blind. That boy is so freaking blind. I mean, the fact that he does not see that Penelope is incredibly in love with him, like so over the top, head over heels for him, and he has no idea, shocks me. Literally shocked me. Oh yeah, Alfie. Pedro um was in Narcos. I've never seen Narcos. But it makes me want to go watch Narcos because of him, because I love him so much. And the fact that hadn't really seen him in anything before, like, and it didn't, like, I don't know. I'm so mad at myself, excuse me, because he is a fantastic actor, and I hope he gets nominated for an Emmy for The Last of Us because of that show was chef's kiss. Couldn't stop crying in that show, but God, it was amazing. Thank you, Pedro and Bella, for your performances. Thank you. Uh, what do you think about India? Can you imagine Anthony's reactions if his mom starts dating? Okay, so what do I think about Indian Corey? So, what do I think about Indian Corey as actors or as characters? As actors and characters, I think they're both fantastic. I think their chemistry was fantastic. I've seen so many of their interviews doing promotion for the show, and they're so funny in real life. Oh my God, they have the funniest, like the cutest friendship. Like I love them. They're so freaking funny in interviews together. Just I love when I see like leads play like amazing who play like love interests are actually really good friends like outside of that. Like it's not like actually like it's not doesn't turn into something romantic. It's actually just like you know it's like they're actually just really good friends and they're so fun in interviews. I love seeing that. It makes me so happy to see it. Can you imagine Anthony's reactions to his moms? Oh my God, Anthony will freak the hell out. But I'm pretty sure Kate is gonna be pregnant in season three, and that is gonna be hilarious to see. Like Anthony, like all over her, being like, "Are you okay?" and like driving her crazy. And she's like, "Please leave me alone." It'll be hilarious. I honestly think Indian Corey should be respected as friends, and fans shouldn't go out of their way to interact with his girlfriend and stuff. What? Uh, people, social media. I mean, I mean, back in the day, we when I was growing up, we didn't have all this crazy like social media stuff where people just hated the girlfriend in secret or like did shit in secret, you know. But the fact that that's so silly. Like people are actors for a reason because they're acting. That doesn't necessarily mean you have to go out of the way to be like, oh my God, they're together in real life. It's like, no, they just have really good chemistry and they are friends in real life. I mean, a great example Anthony and Kate. The man is gay in real life. And he and Kate played it so well together. Just, I would think that they were in love in real life. And that is what you call acting. That is why I just chef's kiss them because they really made me believe. They made me believe. Uh, yeah, I want to see more of Anthony's mom. Yes, agree. I'd love to see more of Anthony's mom. I do love Violet. I loved her little storyline with Lady Danbury this season. I loved that there was at the end it was interesting with her realizing like, oh my God, it was my dad, like her great love, and they just didn't talk about it. It was just said in their eyes, like, I know, I respect you still, let's move on. And it was just said in that one scene. It was beautiful to see. I would have seen, thank you. I love season two. Can't wait to see more Anthony and Kate. Same. Can't wait. I would have. So this was one thing with the Lady Danbury story in Queen Charlotte that I wish I saw more of, and it was like, why? I mean, obviously, I guess it's just because they're not going to show this all the time. But I'm assuming she just went on a lot of walks with Lord Ledger, Violet's dad, and that's how she fell in love with him, and how she was just like, this is the one, my forbidden love, and the fact that he like loved her too. I wish there was more to the story, or I wish I saw like more of it, because to me it kind of, I don't know, it kind of came a little bit quick in my opinion. I was a little bit like, wait, Lord Ledger's, wait, they're into each other, and then all of a sudden they're like having sex, and I was like, okay, like this is a lot. This is a lot. Um, I'm hoping that we get a Lady Danbury spin-off. There is more story to tell. That would be interesting if they decide to do just a Lady Danbury one. That would be interesting, where we got to learn more. Um, yeah, I mean, yeah, like how did she end up actually rising and becoming? I mean, we do see how it starts. Like we see, like, okay, there she is. Like I get it. I totally get it. But yeah, I agree. I would love to see more. I want to see more of Queen Charlotte with her children. That storyline was very interesting, because in the other seasons of Bridgerton, you never really saw her talk about her kids. So honestly, when they talked about it in this season, I was like, oh, she has kids. Oh, she's got 13 kids. Oh, shoot. Had no idea, because they never really kind of talked about it. But I did. It was interesting having seen that scene when the oldest George and the daughter, I don't know her name, like went up to her and were like, "You weren't our mother. Like you weren't there for us. You were just our queen." Like I can understand like why they felt that way. Um, but then also you as a audience, like you watching as an audience, like you see like, well, this is why she had to be the way that she was growing up, because she really had to take care of George at the end of it. Like, there was a lot going on there. Who knows how bad it got? When did it get really bad? When did they actually get to have to separate? All these things, because at the end of it, we just know that they're together. But at the end in the present term, like they don't live together. So it's like I wonder how long were they able to actually just be in the same household together, until eventually it was like, all right, he's too far gone. We have to separate you guys. Like I wonder when that happened. That would have been interesting to see more. But I did love the scene at the end, like in the last two episodes, when she does have those moments with her children. That speech she tells her son about loving and loving deeply, because in this world, like in royalty, you can be really alone, and you have to hold on to someone with all of your might. Like that scene just broke me. My God, killed me. Golda just killed kills her scenes this season. Um, and then obviously at the end, when she thanks her son, like, thank you so much. Oh, kills me. Absolutely brought me to tears. I could not. It was so freaking. Mm. Uh, a Lady Danbury story would be great. Remember, she said she was groomed and raised for her husband. Oof. Ooh, sorry. um, that's oof, my God, that blew my mind. Like when she was just like, "Oh, I was three." I said, th- three, three. Mind blowing. Oh, you can answer that. George really got ill in 1788, so he would have been 49 years old. So they had some good years. Ah, okay. Yeah, because what he's probably like in his 20s or something like that. So, mhm. Also, do you think they might keep the queen alive for longer than she does in history for the purpose of the story? Yeah, I think so. I don't think they're gonna kill her off like that fast. No, I don't think so. But also, like, I've never read the books. Is if anyone who has read the books, um, are you? is Queen Charlotte like a big part of the books or not really? Because I don't know. Because if she's not, then I guess they could really do whatever the hell they want. Because like if she is in the books and she dies, then I think they might have to kind of try to follow it. But if she's not like a forefront in the books, then they could really keep her as long as they want. The queen is not in the Bridgerton books. Okay, then. So I think they'll keep her um for a little bit longer because then who does then like if she's not in it, then who is going to be after Whistledown? Like clearly she's the one that's like out to get her. I have to find out who's this woman who's like gossiping. Like without Queen Charlotte, what is the point? like like no one's going to be after Little Weasel down. They need, yeah, exactly, they need her. It would just, I feel like there would um a part of the show would really be missing. Like who would be at the balls? Who's going to be crowning the diamond of the season or picking the diamond of the season? Like all those things like are only happening with the queen. So if you take her out, then who's going to do those things? So yeah, I feel like we're definitely going to be seeing her for sure. Yeah, Bridgerton season 3, big mystery. I don't know, but they might surprise me. Who would pick? Yeah, exactly. Who would pick the diamond of the season? If it's not the queen, what, it's not gonna be Lady Danbury. Like, yeah, I don't know. It just wouldn't make any sense. I don't think they're going to to do that. Uh, uh, uh. Mm-mm, not at all. Mm. But anyway, guys, I was gonna ask you, what else have you been watching on Netflix that you recommend? Maybe I should catch. Maybe I should talk about on the channel. Maybe, I'm kind of really trying to understand a little bit more about you and what you're interested in, and seeing if we have those things in common so we can talk about them more. Um, because at the end of the day, like, you know, I want to be able to talk to you about like things we have in common, right? Exactly, especially since we all fell in love with her. Yeah, if exactly, we would have all just it. It would just be weird if now, like next season, they're like, "Well, she died." I'd be like, "Wait, what? What do you mean she's dead? What?" And the king. Oh my god! Imagine though. Like, I mean, I know she like in history she died before King George, but like, how sad would that be? King George wakes up like from his one of his things, and he's like, "Oh, where's Charlotte?" They're like, "She died." What? Like, devastating. Devastating it would be. A lot of people have been asking if they think that um, if they would make like a season 2 of Queen Charlotte, but I don't think so. I think this is supposed to be a one and done because they announced it as a limited series, and I don't think if a show goes on as a series, he would go under the bed looking for her. Stop. Devastating. That would be the saddest scene ever. If they're like, "Where's Lottie?" Oh, something that I really would have that I thought was really not a missed opportunity because maybe this happens later on, but King George in the present timeline calls Charlotte Lottie. And I thought it would be really cute if at some point we saw George actually call her Lottie, but he only calls her Charlotte. And I'm like, oh my god, wouldn't it be cute if at one point he calls her Lottie and it's like, oh, that's gonna be my nickname for you, Lottie. Like that's so cute. Even though it is like an older woman's name, like it would have been cute if we kind of saw a little bit of a semblance of that, of that like starting. Have you watched that Mer People show? What the heck is the Mer People show? No, I have no idea what that is, Alfie. Please explain. Shonda's a master showrunner. She figured out how to keep. Oop, sorry guys. Oop. She figured out how to keep Grey's Anatomy going for 1,000 years. She will come up with something. Well, I mean, technically, I think Bridgerton has like a lot of books, so I think they can go on for like ever because it's like every single Bridgerton kid has a book. Yes, he did call her a rare jewel, and she referred to herself as that in the present. Oh, you are a rare jewel. Oh, when he calls her that, you are a rare jewel. My heart. When did she say that in the present? Was it season 1 or 2? I don't remember. I don't remember that, but yeah, I do remember him calling her a rare jewel. I thought that was really, really cute. Mm-mm-mm. Also, guys, I'll be on here for about another 10 minutes, so we're gonna keep this at an hour today. Um, just because I do have to run some errands for the rest of the day, get ready for dinner, and things like that. A documentary on people who want to be a documentary on people who want to be mermaids. What? That that is interesting. Very, very interesting. Well, I watched two things that I want to mention to you guys. So the first thing I watched, which I will not be covering this on the channel because this is like too serious and like really creepy. I watched Shiny People Happy Shiny Happy or Happy Shiny People Shiny Happy People, something like that, about the Duggar family on Amazon Prime. It's like a 4 episode, 5 episode limited series. Y'all, if you ever watched it, if you ever watched that show, and I like now that I've like seen this documentary, I felt so guilty that I watched that show. Like I watched that show like pretty not religiously, but I was definitely one of those like people who watched it a lot. I watched like some of the spin-offs. Like I think I watched Jill and Jessa Counting On. I think I watched that. But yo, that show really, really puts to light like the IBLP, which is the group, aka kind of like a cult that they follow. And it was really intense because again it just really showed us that the people who are all like, oh, God is like, God's gonna save you and you have to do these things to be the better person so that God will love you and you will go to heaven and Satan won't come to you, are the people that are the most sinners, like the most like atrocious acts. They are the ones that should be going to hell, and yet they're like preaching like, oh, you should do this because if you do this, God will love you. And they are dirty, nasty people. Like, oh, it's always in those kind of like cult liking things that are led by these grown white men that are just the worst human beings. And oh, anyway, that's I watched that the other day. And wait, someone said something here. People really want to be married. I know why. Weird people are interesting. American Born Chinese is so good. In Disney. Oh, American Born Chinese. I was thinking about watching that, but I didn't get in. I just never pressed play. But maybe I'll give it a watch. Maybe I will. Um, and lastly, I did want to talk about, not lastly, but the other show I watched, which I just finished watching in 2 days, was XO Kitty on Netflix. I will be doing a review of that on my channel. I think it'll be out next Saturday or Sunday. Uh, that was a show. If anyone here has seen it, if anyone has seen XO Kitty, let me know. It's basically like a spin-off of the movies, to the series of movies to All the Boys I Loved, based on the little sister and her going to South Korea and finding love and going to the school that her late mom went to. And y'all, I got thoughts about that. I can't wait to discuss about it, but I will be releasing a video for that because I thought it was pretty interesting and well worth a good chat because it started off really good. It had promise, and then it it just took a turn that I was not expecting and I didn't really like, and it was a little bit forced, but I'll talk about it in my video. But yeah, I just watched Exo Kitty. What genre do you enjoy watching most? Ooh, that is a hard question because I enjoy all genres. I'm a really big movie TV person who really watches most genres except for horror. I do not like horror movies. Not my thing. I don't watch scary movies or yeah, horror, gory things. That's not my thing. But definitely, I love fantasy, sci-fi. I love like Marvel, action, that kind of world. Um, but fantasy sci-fi is a really, really big genre that I really enjoy, especially movie wise. TV wise, I'm really into romantic, like romantic comedies of like, you know, first love and things like that. Like that's why I watch all these shows. Even though I'm a little bit on the older end, I still really enjoy watching these like high school first love kind of TV movies or TV shows just because it just always kind of like brings my heart. Like it's like, oh my God, it's cute. Oh my God, they're in love. It's their first love. Like I don't know, I really like that. That's why I really enjoy, The Summer I Turned Pretty. I really enjoyed Heartstopper, Never Have I Ever. That's also coming out next week, which I will be doing a full review on. I might be doing reactions, I'm not sure, but definitely I will be doing review for a full season review of the last season of Never Have I Ever. So yeah, I see like that's kind of like the vibe I really like watching, at least specifically on like TV. But movies, I'm a really big sci-fi, fantasy, action type of gal. The only thing I don't like, long story short, is horror. Uh, I just finished Ted Lasso. Everyone has been. I've never seen Ted Lasso, but it's because it's on Apple TV and I don't have Apple. So, yeah, I kind of have to wait for that to go on another platform, hopefully, at some point, because I do not have Apple TV, so I can't really watch Ted Lasso. But I hear amazing things. A lot of people have told me that Ted Lasso is really good. Um, but yeah, no, I have not watched. I've not watched that one. Mm, mm, mm. Get the free preview. There's a free preview? Where is there a free preview? Please do tell. Hype away. Where can I watch a free preview? I just found your site. 3 month preview. Oh, I think I did have that when I got my Apple movie. When I got my Apple computer, I got a Mac. Um, and silly me didn't use the trial, not even once. I kept saying like I'm gonna use it, I'm gonna watch it. Never watched anything on it, so that was my bad. I probably should have used it. I just watched that when watching Charlotte. Have you seen Shadow and Bone? No, I haven't seen Shadow and Bone. Do you recommend I watch that? Do you think it's something I would like? I've seen some people react to it, but I've never seen it. Um, is that fantasy? I think so. Maybe I should watch it if that's something that I'd be good at, that like you think I'd really enjoy. Because I honestly have never seen it. I don't even know what that show's about. I know nothing. Hmm. Oh, we're almost coming up at 60 minutes. I can't believe it. My God, time flies by so fast when you're having fun. Love Channel Bone. It is fantasy binge season 2 in a day. Mm. Is it 10? I'm assuming it's 10 episodes because it's on Netflix, right? So if it's on Netflix, that means it's two, or is it 10 episodes each season? Please do tell. Mm, 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 mm. Yay, nay, yay, yay, yay. Well, my friends, yep, it's on Netflix. Okay, sounds good. I'm. It's on my list. It is on my list of things that I will watch. Thank you for suggesting. But anyway, my friends, it is coming to the end of this live. Thank you so much for joining me today. Even though there wasn't many of us, I'm really glad that whoever did show up. I really enjoyed talking with you over this live and just chatting all things Bridgerton, Bridgerton season 2, and Bridgerton season 1. Specifically, Bridgerton 2. We really went on Bridgerton season 2. But I really, really enjoyed it. Make a list and we will vote on shows. Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Make a list. I make a list. Okay. Sounds like a plan. But yes, good chat. Thank you so much for coming along and watching my and wanting to chat with me and getting to know me. And I got to get to know you guys a little bit better. That's always super fun. I think one of the main reasons I really created my channel was because I wanted to kind of talk to other people about this stuff and, bounce off ideas and just like freak out together because no one wants to do that stuff alone. And genuinely, when I'm home, I kind of have to do this all stuff on myself. So it's really nice to kind of have other people who are really enjoying what I'm watching as well. And that we can just have a live like this and just continue to chat about it other than in the comments. I think that's super duper fun. So I can't wait for another live. I'm really hoping to be doing lives more often, at least two a month at least starting off. But this has been really, really fun. And again, thank you so much for coming by. And I will see you guys next time. I'll see you in my next video. Like I said, I'm going to be doing Never Have I Ever, and Exo Kitty will be out first. And then there will be The Flash as well. Um, what else? I think that's what I've got coming up for the next couple of weeks here. So check that out on the channel. But I love you, and I will talk to you soon. See you guys. Bye.